Hello and welcome to the Service Professional Instruction Program on Commercial Pest Control at Terminix. This video is a component of ASPIRE, the Advanced Study Program for Integrated Regionalized Education. Our program focuses on how to use Integrated Pest Management, or IPM, to control cockroaches in a commercial kitchen. These are the kitchens found in restaurants, hotels, schools, and other institutions where food is prepared and served in large quantities. The number one pest found in commercial kitchens is the German cockroach. They are small, can eat almost anything, and they reproduce rapidly. That makes them very difficult to find, control, and eliminate. Even if one infestation has been removed, new cockroaches can be introduced from boxes and other supplies that are carried into these facilities every day. So, eliminating cockroach infestations means finding all the active harborages and treating them individually as appropriate. Harborages are the source of the cockroaches. There may be a few active harborages or 100 or more, depending on the level of infestation. Effective cockroach services depend on an integrated approach, IPM, and that is the basis of the Terminix 5-step system. The 5 steps are flush and vacuum, insider installation, baiting, crack and crevice treatment, and IGR application. We will discuss each of these steps, and you will see that applying them in an integrated manner will let you solve German cockroach infestations quickly and completely. This will mean better customer satisfaction and fewer service calls. The first step, flush and vacuum, is the most important. Our experience proves that flushing and vacuuming first is the very best way to get to zero pests quickly. Vacuuming immediately reduces the cockroach population. With other treatment programs, customers would often see increased cockroach activity for at least 2 weeks after the initial service. But with flushing and vacuuming, we can often carry more than half of the cockroaches out of the kitchen on the initial service. Vacuuming is so effective that you should tell your customers that they will see very few dead cockroaches in the next few days. In fact, you can explain that one of the key benefits to the Terminix program is that they and their customers will be much less likely to see cockroaches following our service. That's because we're taking most of the cockroaches out with us in the vacuum. Obviously, any cockroaches sitting on exposed surfaces, behind drawers, in cabinets, or other accessible areas can be vacuumed away immediately. But cockroaches like to hide in cracks and voids, and they must be chased out before you can vacuum them. The traditional method for flushing cockroaches involves the use of aerosol pyrethrins, commonly referred to as flushing agents. The flushing agent is applied directly into cracks and voids. As cockroaches come out, you can remove them with the vacuum. A better method, though, uses a heat gun. Heated air flushes cockroaches faster than flushing agents and has the advantage of using no pesticide. Flushing with heated air makes the 5-step system suitable in sensitive environments, such as schools, pet stores, hospitals, nursing homes, and zoos, in addition to its wide use in commercial kitchens. Because a heat gun generates high temperatures, it's very important to keep the tip of the gun away from surfaces. Hold the gun at least 18 to 24 inches from the cockroach harborage and direct the air toward those cracks. The best heat gun to use is one that has a dial in the back. Always dial down to the lowest temperature setting for use. Heat guns are an excellent tool, but should be used carefully. Hair dryers may be used, but they are not very durable. After you return to the office, remove the cockroaches from the vacuum bag or compartment and put them in a plastic bag. Do not empty the cockroaches into the customer's trash container. Bring them back to your branch office for disposal. Also, do not try to kill the vacuumed cockroaches by applying insecticides into the vacuum. The vacuuming process itself causes the death of the insects. The second step of the 5-step system targets wall voids, which serve as a primary harborage for cockroaches in commercial kitchens. Insiders will need to be installed in each wall void where cockroach activity is possible or most likely. The most critical wall voids are those where plumbing pipes go through a wall, those behind stoves and service line tables, and walls behind dishwashers. Any location where dampness or humidity is high are attractive to cockroaches. Before drilling any holes in walls, make sure the customer knows what you are doing and where you plan to drill. Do your best to drill in out-of-sight areas or places where the holes are less visible to the casual observer. Always focus on neat, professional installations of insiders. Ideally, holes should be located low on the wall, since that's where plumbing pipes are. Wherever possible, drill under tables, sinks, and similar equipment. Space drill holes about 16 inches apart, as most wall studs will be on 16-inch centers. Keep your drill holes evenly spaced and on a level line. If you cannot drill underneath, then drill just above the top edge of the table or sink. If you must drill across an open expanse of wall, use a chalk line to ensure your drill holes will be level. Establish your line by measuring down from the ceiling. Snap a chalk line, then measure and space drill holes evenly apart. When the infestation is severe, you will have to drill the wall high as well as low. Drill just below the false ceiling so the insiders will be out of direct line of sight. Only drill and treat block walls on either side of plumbing penetrations. After insiders are installed into the drill holes, they will need to be treated using a residual dust insecticide. Apply Dry-On dust on initial treatments using a hand duster. A B&G Mini Dust R duster is best to use, but the standard bellows style or a central bulb duster may also be used. Be sure to apply just enough dust to cover the inside of the wall void. You may also treat voids on an initial service using PT Tri-Dye aerosol. Using a 4-way tip, insert it through the insider and apply a 1-second burst while twisting the can. The third step in our 5-step system is baiting. Cockroach baits are highly effective when you apply them in or near active harborages. The most effective baits are the gel cockroach baits, such as these. A number of different gel baits are available. Terminix uses Avert as its primary cockroach bait. The normal gel bait application method uses a bait gun. It's easy to switch the bait reservoirs to use a new tube or to switch baits as needed. Avert gel cockroach bait is also available in a piston can, which makes application convenient. Gel baits are most effective when you apply small amounts in several places. This is the typical size of a bait placement for a gel bait. Only apply baits where cockroach activity is known or is highly likely. Also remember that a gel bait can never be put on exposed surfaces, and it's important to note that gel baits should not be applied to hot areas or surfaces such as ovens or steam tables. Remember, when cockroach activity is found, most of the cockroaches should be removed by vacuuming. Baits are placed into cracks in those areas to control the cockroaches missed by vacuuming. Step 4 focuses on treatment of cracks and crevices where cockroaches may not be active now, but could become harborages in the future. Apply a residual dust product, such as Dry-On, to potential harborages, such as door frames, bulletin boards, cracks in support columns, and other dry locations where cockroaches might try to harbor in the future. Our 5th and final step is using an insect growth regulator. This is necessary in facilities where regular reintroductions of cockroaches are likely to occur. The IGR keeps these new cockroaches from reproducing rapidly, so it's easier to eliminate them with baits and other methods. The IGR should be applied using a compressed air sprayer to exposed surfaces up behind sinks, under stoves, in the dishwasher area, and similar sites. Reapply the IGR about every 4 months in commercial kitchens and other facilities, such as schools or nursing homes, where cockroaches are often reintroduced. One last area that needs to be addressed in commercial kitchens is false ceilings. Although not an ideal site for cockroaches, these insects may invade the ceilings due to overpopulation or poor pest control application techniques. A false ceiling doesn't need to be treated if it doesn't have pests, so the first step is to inspect to see if cockroaches are living above the ceiling. If you find live cockroaches in the ceiling, try to remove as many as possible using a vacuum. Following vacuuming, you can treat the remaining cockroaches one of 2 ways. One method is to apply the gel cockroach bait to cracks in the wall above the ceiling or at the perimeter of the ceiling. A second method involves applying a microencapsulated insecticide product to the walls above the false ceiling. Cockroaches living above the ceiling need to climb down these walls to find food and water in the room below. Now let's review the Terminix 5-step system. The first step is the most critical, flushing and vacuuming. Physically removing most of the infestation up front helps you get to zero pests faster. Also, our customers and their customers are less likely to see cockroaches after the service. Cockroaches can be flushed two ways: using a pyrethrins flushing agent in an aerosol or using a heat gun. Heated air flushes cockroaches faster, is more economical, and can be done without evacuating the area. The second step addresses a favorite cockroach harborage that is often overlooked: wall voids. Insiders should be installed to wall voids in less visible areas, and preferably out of sight altogether. Key locations are wall voids where plumbing pipes are located, behind dishwashers, behind stove lines, and next to serving lines. Treat each wall void with a residual dust product, making sure enough dust is used to cover the inside of the void. PT Tri-Dye aerosol may be used at a rate of 1 second per wall void. Baiting is the third step. Gel cockroach baits are best, but these can only be applied into cracks and voids, not exposed surfaces. Apply small amounts of bait into cracks where cockroach activity is found. Do not apply baits in areas that may get hot. Step 4 involves the treatment of dry cracks where cockroaches don't live now but could be found later. Examples include door frames and behind bulletin boards. And finally, step 5 is the application of an IGR. The IGR helps prevent future cockroach infestations from growing too quickly, making it easier to eliminate these new introductions using baits and other methods. Any one of these 5 steps alone would have some impact on a cockroach infestation, but when they're implemented together as an integrated approach, the Terminix 5-step system, it works faster and better than any other strategy. Of course, the more cockroaches the customer has, the longer the service will take. But this integrated system will work for any cockroach infestation you might encounter in a commercial environment. The key to becoming an effective service professional at Terminix is mastering the different elements of innovative pest management. When you can bring them together to create effective IPM programs, you will have the key to happy customers and a successful Terminix career. This concludes our training on controlling cockroaches in commercial kitchens. I'm glad you could join us.